You know, one of the classic stereotypes of ethnic groups is of the Italian American who speaks with their hands. You know what I mean? You know, they talk like this, and you know they're always out there with exuberant hand gestures. Excuse it if the video just didn't pick up on my hands cleanly, but you get the idea. It's an enthusiastic hand gesture that's often employed in the typical stereotype of Italian Americans. Now, on an interview, you can sit like a mummy. That is, you know, your hands in your lap, your hands on the chair, you know, sitting back in the chair, arms on the armrest. To me, that's less good. I think you can sit at ease on the chair, but I think as you talk, the ideal thing is to use your hands. Now, I'm going to try and raise my hands slightly over the level I might normally use them. See, for me, what's comfortable is around here. You'll find your place. And as you talk, think about how to use your hands to emphasize points. So, for example, and again, I'm going to be a little bit more exaggerated than I might. So as you're talking about something, you go point by point by point. You know, there's a simple gesture that you can do to, I'm going to try and bring it up here, and excuse me. You can go point by point by point. For me, it'd be wider than that. I would say, you know, it's out near the sides of your body that I'm most comfortable doing this. But think about how you can use your hands. Never block your face. I want to be clear about that. But how you can use your hands naturally to emphasize things. So for some of you who come from ethnic backgrounds that hands are not an important thing, or it's not part of the communication style, this is going to require a lot of practice. And I think it's worthwhile. You know, again, I'm speaking from a U.S.-centric perspective, and you know, your culture, whether you're watching this video in the U.S. or elsewhere, will dictate what's appropriate. But I want you to think in terms of using your hands to emphasize ideas that you have. So here's the last gesture I did. So you use ideas to emphasize gestures that you have, never blocking your face, but complementing the points that you make. So in this way, it's a more powerful presentation. Now, there are other styles. So right off the bat, you know, if you're walking to an interview and you're shaking hands with the person who's going to interview you, it's always eye contact. You know, so you're looking them square in the eye. It's again, U.S.-centric style, the firm handshake. You know it's appropriate for your culture in a business setting if this is outside the U.S. It's the firm, not crushing handshake, the smile on your face as you look at them, and again, always in the eyes. And as you are escorted to the interview area, walking even with them or a quarter step behind to allow them to lead you to the spot. I was working with a coaching client the other day, and we were walking to his car, and I realized that I wasn't sure if I was leading him or he was leading me, but if I was leading him, I didn't know what his car was. So although he was being somewhat deferential and walking a quarter step behind me, you know, I wasn't sure where we're going to. And at one point I laughingly said, by the way, if you're following me, I don't know what your car is. And he said, no problem, I got it under control. But you know, again, think in terms of you know, each of the steps of the interview. So whether it's the greeting, the sitting down in the chair, and how you posture yourself, or speaking with your hands, all of them complement what you're doing. I want to be clear, you're not going to get the job because you mirrored and matched the person sitting opposite you. Doesn't work. All you want to do is emphasize your strengths and be congruent with those strengths, and use your hands and body language to affirm your power and passion at the meeting. Have a great day.